Hello, everybody. My name is Jim Morrish. I'm one of the founding partners of a company called Transformer Insights. We're a firm of industry analysts in the digital transformation space. And today I'm hosting this quick fire video in advance of a webinar which will be happening on the 7th of March. And it's a quick fire video with Lee House, who is the founder of IoT 83. That's a company that specializes in enabling smart applications and solutions for OEMs and enterprises. So welcome, Lee.
Hello, Jim.
Great, good to have you with us. So just let's get straight into the content here. There's been a lot of discussion. There's a lot of noise in the market about the value that's associated with industrial IoT. And there's been some huge estimates of what can be enabled, with industrial IoT. How do you think that OEMs and enterprises can, best ride this wave to build new value for them and also for their customers?
Okay, well, it has to start with OEMs updating traditional unconnected products with connected data gathering products. And this is right in the OEM's wheelhouse. But the next essential step is to add this new IoT data into new OEM services like asset performance monitoring, asset remote management, predictive maintenance, optimized field operations, and even new business models like equipment as a service. This transformation will bring new revenue streams, recurring revenue streams, versus the one-time sales of the past. And I think that this is once up and running, OEM customers, new market signals, and the OEM's own eye for innovation will propel this forward. So it's obviously a huge opportunity.
So you mentioned some key concepts in there: predictive maintenance, field operations, new business models, and ongoing revenues, recurring revenue streams. Clearly these are no, as you said, they're new business models. But what do you see as the key obstacles for the OEMs in shifting from this kind of traditional hardware sales model to this kind of new environment of smart products and smart systems?
Well, I think the core challenge lies in the complexity of the underlying IoT technology. This is mainly because this is not usually the core competency of industrial OEMs. The edge hardware we mentioned is right in their wheelhouse, and that's perfect. But to really realize the value of this transformation, OEMs have to integrate this new IoT data into smart applications and smart solutions, or this IoT edge data is just stranded. So to do this, it takes an IoT platform to build their applications and solutions. So finding their best fit can be a make or break decision. Whether it's build or buy, the platform has to be a good fit with their skill sets and make good business sense from a cost, risk, and time to market perspective. I think getting this right makes all the difference between potentially wasted investment and loss, or a huge success.
I think it does. I mean, it can be extremely impactful. Thinking back to some of those the impacts that we mentioned at the beginning of this conversation. But you mentioned there as well. You mentioned the complexity, the fact that some of this is a non-core competency, the fact you need to introduce an application enablement platform, an IoT platform at some point. And at this point, the CXOs, I guess, are going to begin to get a little worried, possibly. So from their point of view, what could be the consequences of not doing this, and not adapting to some kind of business transformation enabled by industrial IoT?
That's a great question. I always come back to this. Whenever there's new value to be had, traditional products will transform into smart products if the tools and components needed to make that happen are available. And with low-cost CPUs, open source software, wireless technology, cloud computing, all of the tools and components are definitely here. So knowing that this mega trend is in full swing, by not investing, the consequences could mean disruption of market position, loss of historically reliable revenue, and to not be overly dramatic, possibly risk to the business itself. So interestingly, the biggest OEMs may have the most to lose as they provide these entire solution sets. So if a big picture company like that does not make this transition, they can face a major disruption from companies that do and do this well.
Absolutely. And I guess the bigger you are, the more opportunity there is for people to start encroaching on your market share. Um, and you mentioned in there that a lot of the tools and the components are around, the hardware's around, the cloud capabilities are around, the edge components, etc. So the pieces are there, but that's just part of it. Somehow those CXOs then have to identify the right technology partners to help them achieve the immediate and also the longer term goals. So how might they go about that?
Well, Jim, the first thing, this is all moving really fast. So I think these CXOs need to realize that conventional, slow, expensive development alternatives can be more of a burden than a benefit. So instead, they need to find technical innovation platforms that in themselves bring sustained long term competitive advantage. And really, this is our focus at IoT 83. At the heart of our solution is a set of 41 plus core platform services that provide OEMs with the scale, security, and reliability that they would need. And this is proven to over 50 million connected devices. And on top of that, we provide our asset handler application. And this includes all the key IoT design patterns that an OEM might need for smart applications. So the asset handler is the catalyst on top of the core platform. But the key thing is this: we know serious OEMs are going to want to modify any finished or standardized solution that we might build. So we make it really easy for OEMs to take the core elements of our platform and build their specialized solution with their unique context and value that leverages their market expertise and know-how. So what we're really providing our customers is an application factory. It's a direct answer to the OEM's need to align smart product application investments with return on revenue as soon as possible.
Fantastic. I think the key message there is move fast, innovate, and partner with a company that can help you see a little bit into the future, that's been round the block a couple of times and knows what might be coming next, and partner with some of that experience.
That's exactly the way we see it, Jim, and we really look forward to digging into this deeper in our upcoming webinar.
Absolutely, yes. The webinar on the 7th of March, when we can go into this in some more detail. So I look forward to continuing the conversation then. And thank you to everyone out there who's listened in to this quick fire video. And thank you, Lee, for joining me on it.
Thank you, Jim.